What's going on, guys? It's your boy Frankie, and on today's video I'm gonna be getting rid of this right here, this long freaking giraffe neck of a freaking handlebar stem or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think it looks weird. I don't know, I'm not crazy about the look. I mean, I know it serves its purposes. You can adjust the handlebars up and down. It's there so that you can fold it, but I don't fold the bike. I wanted to get rid of the stem, and the thing is too, the biggest problem with the stem is it makes the bike very unstable. You know, so I mean, if you're riding now, you just take one hand off of the handlebars as you're riding, the thing freaking vibrates like crazy. So trying to ride with no hands is like, forget it. Unless, I mean, I'm sure there are some people that might have tried it, but with just as bad as it shakes with just one hand off, I wouldn't even try it. So yeah, so we're going to be getting rid of this. This should be a fairly easy job. The part that's going to probably take the longest on this, and I'm not going to make you watch every single second of this. I'm going to pretty much guide you step by step for what I'm doing, but I'm not going to, you know, have you watch the entire process because it'll be boring and it's going to take a while. But the longest part is going to be taking off pretty much all the handle grips, and you got the two throttles over here, the flashlight, I mean all this, the brakes, computer readout, my light switch, everything. I'm gonna have to find a different place for this. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put that yet, but I don't know, but I'm excited to do this. I've had the parts in my garage for a few days now, but I wanted to wait till the weekend to do this. It's kind of raining on and off, so, but I do want to take this for a test spin after it's done installing. I've been excited about it. Let me show you the parts. Is going to be the part that holds the handlebars in place. I decided to go with the blue so it can kind of match the color scheme of the bike. I just like it a lot. This one go right there. We got our handlebar stem right here. This is going to pretty much go right in here. We're going to remove the stock one, and then we're going to replace it with this one. And here are the handlebars that I got right there. These are a 9-inch rise BMX style handlebars. What are these? These are called Missions. These are pretty wide too. It's insane, but I mean, it is what it is. It can't be as wide. I mean, the handlebars on my Grom are pretty wide. Let's compare these two. Look at that. Yep, almost about the same width right there. So I mean, this is nothing I'm not used to. So also, I will be leaving links in the description to every part that I had purchased for this little modification I'm going to do, so don't ever worry about that. I will throw everything on there, and then well, let's go ahead and start this install, shall we? Okay, so like I was saying before, first thing we're going to do is start taking everything off of the handlebars. These mirrors, unfortunately, I will not be able to use anymore, because like I've mentioned in my previous videos, these handlebars these were the stock handlebars to that Honda Grom over there. And these mirrors, when I had originally bought them for the handlebars, they had threading inside the bars that were made for them to fit. So I did buy some other mirrors that are basically identical to this, but they're more universal, so they just go in the handlebar, and then as you tighten them, they expand, so they'll tighten themselves in there too. So I do have that ready to be installed once everything is done here. After the mirror's off, I'm going to go ahead and take the handle grips off first, and then we'll just work our way outside in and get the throttles, take all that out, computer and all that, and then what's going to be next will be right here. I'm going to try to do this one-handed, but it's weird. So I've seen other people do this to where, let's check this out. I'll go ahead and unlock this. So this comes down right here. Now look at that. See this piece right there? Normally I've seen like on other bikes to where this thing opens and it's just fully open. It's weird. So it's gonna be kind of hard, but in there is a little hex bolt in there that we got to take out, and then once we do that, this entire stem should just come right out. Well, we got about half the stuff off right here. And I mean, all this are a bunch of different hex screws. So you're going to be going through a different, you know, like a few different size Allen wrenches, but that's basically all I've had to use so far to get all this stuff out. So we got the computer off, all this stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and just remove the rest of it. And almost there. Loosen this up. Oh, I did mention Allen wrenches for everything. You do need a Phillips to remove your gear shifter over there. And there it is. It's apart. Look at that madness. Oh man. Well, I'll know where everything goes. Here is the handlebar that will be going out. For now, at least. The only concern I have with this setup is I will be riding a little lower. So I'm gonna have more, you know, leg bend, but if it becomes too uncomfortable, I can always revert back. You know what I mean? I'm hoping it shouldn't really be an issue, but it should be fine. On the e-bike, your motor is doing a lot of the work, so it's not as critical as it would be with a standard bike. So next thing here, I hope you can see that, but there is a little Allen bolt there. We're gonna go ahead and just take it out. Because of this being in the way, man, this sucks. It's gonna make it a little more difficult. Wrong Allen key. There we go. We're gonna get the thick one. And actually, if you guys are wondering what size Allen key takes that one off, it's like a 6mm for that. Go ahead, and I did pre-loosen this just in case you're wondering. This thing was on freaking tight, so you might want to get help removing this. Okay, it's loose. Here we go. Coming right out, and that is the stock one there, which, as you guys can see, looks similar to the aftermarket one that I bought, which is right here. This guy should be able to go right in here for me to tighten. So that should be the top there. It should go in just like that. I don't know how far down. I'm guessing it's got to at least push down to where there's a little ridge right there, and then we just start tightening it up with the same Allen bolt. Yep, so basically I just push this down to where it can't go down any further. It'll stop right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and just tighten this up. From what I've heard, I don't think you want to over tighten this, because I've heard from other guys doing this install and then it would just break. So I don't know how tight I'm going to go, but I'm going to just, you know, make it tight enough. All right, we got her in. I did go ahead and tighten it pretty good to where I couldn't turn anymore, but I mean, I kind of did it easy. I didn't want to, you know, use a freaking torque wrench or anything like that, but it's in there nice and tight. Now we have our next piece that we're right here that's going to pretty much sit on here just like that. But I believe it's not going to sit on that part. We're going to pretty much leave it like right here. And then on this side we got an Allen bolt on each side actually that we're going to tighten evenly. And then also keep in mind that when you put this on, you're going to want to make sure your wheel is centered. So this should be you know, facing the same direction as the wheel right there, because as you can see, if you look at this, as I turn the wheel, that whole thing is moving too. So you want to make sure everything is straight and go ahead and tighten it all down. So it looks like I've ran into an issue here. This is a 7/8 inch bar, 22.2mm. This is a very standard size bar. This I could have sworn was for a 7/8 inch bar, but that is pretty freaking big right there too. As you can see, if I mean, look at all the space I have over there. So this is gonna be interesting. I do have 7/8 inch to 1 inch shims that I could use in this to hopefully see if it works. Otherwise, I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. Oh man, so your boy fucked up. When I ordered this, it is the correct size for the stem. The stem adapter is obviously the correct size. Everything is correct. The freaking handlebars though, this is a 7/8 inch handlebar. It's very, very standard, 22.2 millimeter. So I screwed up. Even the shims that I have aren't going to work for this. So this thing right here, this is actually for a handlebar that is 1.25 inches thick. I've got 7/8 inch handlebars. I've got a shim for a 7/8 to 1 inch handlebars. So nothing that I have in this garage is going to work for this. So I'm going to go ahead and have to order a it's going to be an adapter for a 7/8 inch to a 1.25 inch. That'll fit for this. So as soon as that part gets in, I'll continue the video. I'll leave a link to all those parts as well too, if you still want to go with this adapter. So just keep that in mind if you're going to do this project yourself. Okay guys, so I finally got my shim. Here it is. Right here, this is a 7/8 to 1.25 inches. I got it from a company called TI Cycles. It's rather hard to find this because people don't usually do such a dramatic tube size, but I mean, I'll still leave a link in the description to where I got this part if you still want to use the exact parts I used on this. Just keep in mind that when you order this piece, this is the correct piece that'll fit into the down stem. However, this part right here, just make sure it fits the handlebars that you plan on using for this conversion. Also keep in mind that 7/8 inch is a very standard size, and that's what's going to fit on all the components on the handlebars, like your brakes and gears, all that stuff and everything too. So, well, it is what it is. We can finally finish this project. So basically, this shim is going to just go around the handlebar like this, and then it'll connect over to this thing over here too. Also, let me know what you guys think of the new scenery here. It's a nice day. It's not windy, so I figured maybe I'll film outside. Better lighting and everything. I do like the garage, because if it is windy and I got my tools right there close to me. But I don't know. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of this scenery. If you like it. If you don't, I'll head it back into the garage. So let's go ahead and finish doing this. Okay, so those of you that are curious, you got the handlebars here. These are the shims. So basically, the shims just go just like that. You go right around it, so you have your tube size conversion right there with that on there, and then basically this will fit right onto here. Hopefully, I've had situations before where I've only had to use half the shim, just one piece, but it still went in there tightly, so it still does work. That's what I actually did with my other handlebars that I had that you guys all asked about that went on the Grom. I don't know if you guys can see me in the camera angle over there, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put just a little drop of Loctite on each one of these bolts that holds this in, just for some extra security. Can't go wrong. I'm just adding a little bit right there. That's all you need. You don't really need a ton, just a little bit, and it does its job. So I got 2 bolts in. There's a little bit of a gap, but you know what? We should be fine. We've got Loctite. We've got 4 bolts already in, so we should not have any issues with this. I'm not going to tighten this all the way either, because I'm going to sit on the bike and place the handlebars where they feel comfortable to me first. Then I'll go ahead and tighten them down. Okay, so let's see how that feels. be about just like that. Should be fine. This is how we're looking so far, so I'm gonna tighten a little bit there. Go to this one. Each corner, just like that. All right, so we got our handlebars on, and look at this. It already looks 100 times better. Look at that. It's gonna be freaking, you're gonna get some more stability on here. Freaking looks nice. This is awesome. I might have to adjust the seat a little lower, but we'll see. That's the only downfall I really have about this is I know I'm going to get a lot more leg bend in this too, but I mean on an e-bike it really doesn't matter that much because I mean the motor is kind of assisting you and everything, so it shouldn't be a problem. Like I said, if it is a major problem I'll revert back, but I do plan on getting another e-bike. I'm not going to say which one, but when I get it I will post it in the video so you guys can check that out as well. But this one might just be sort of like a cruise kickback kind of commuter bike if I want to go to work, especially with these gas prices right now. It's insane. So all right, so what do I have left? So yeah, this looks nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take all these tags out. Next thing I'm gonna do is start throwing in my handlebars and everything too, and we'll start from the inside out, which, let's see, I guess we'll start on the right side. See, with the stem being a lot taller over here, I basically would have had to put all the components on first and then put it on, but since we're losing a lot of height here, I shouldn't have to do that. Even with the handlebars being installed, I should be able to just slap all the components on there first. So okay, so we got everything on the right side. Our throttle grips, my throttle for the front motor, brake, gear shifter. I'll probably readjust these brakes too just in case I have to because everything's been moved. Looks like I'm not going to be able to put the computer down here where I used to, so I'm probably just going to throw that guy right up over here. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to start just putting all my other components right onto this side. When I'm done, I got a new mirror, so I'm going to go ahead and install that in here as well afterwards, and then try to figure out where I'm going to put my my beer cup holder thing that I used to have. And here she is, got everything pretty much done, just about. Man, what a huge difference those handlebars make. If you guys noticed, I did change out my old Cloud 9 seat. There's dust on there. It gives it more of a BMX look, so I went ahead and put that back on. This is what I decided to do so far with the placement of everything. Computer down over there. I did have to use some extra shims here because this bar on top is a little thinner than 7/8. Got my headlight switch there, secondary light there. Everything feels good. I just adjusted the rear brake a little bit, and you guys already know how to do that because I have posted a couple videos on brake adjustments. The only thing I got to do left now is I'm going to try to find out where I can put my beer holder on here, and because I don't know if I want to put it up here, I'm not sure. I don't like the really clustered look. I try to keep it minimalist, you know. So and then I got to put on my mirror, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring this in the garage because I do got to charge this thing, and then I don't know, I'll show you guys how I put on the mirrors. I mean, it's pretty simple, but we'll go ahead and do that anyways. I'll charge her up, then we'll take it for a spin, see how this thing feels. You know, I'm like so stoked to ride this thing. I've waited a week for this part to come in. It finally came in, so this is going to be exciting. I cannot wait. All right, so here are the mirrors I ended up buying. I will leave a link in the description for this as well. These look very solid, good quality. All these two. I know there's two, but I'm not going to use two. It's I think a little bit overkill for what I need. I'm going to install this over here on the left side like I had the last. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of make this opening a hole a little bigger so that this can go through, and then basically with this Allen key that it comes with, you'll just tighten this when it's in there, and as you tighten it, this piece expands, and then it'll tighten against the bar over there too. Very simple. All right, here she is. She's all done. I got the mirror on there on the side. This thing's fully adjustable too. It's pretty cool. The bars on there, brakes, everything. much ready to go. I mean, I just can't believe how different it makes the bike look, and so much more sturdy. There's a view from the cockpit right there. I still don't know where I'm going to put the my drink holder at all. I'm not sure. It looks to me like at this point the only place I can really put it would be on the handlebar somewhere, but I really hate cluttering this so much, so I'm not sure. I had an idea of maybe putting it back here, but I really don't know if I want to do that. But then again, this might be my like just cruising bike, and then the other bike I'll get will be for my exercise, to where I'll have to bring water with me. But I mean, that's still, I'd like to bring water with this as well too. So why don't we take her out for a little spin, see how she feels with these new handlebars, shall we? All right, first maiden voyage with the new bars on. Exciting. Hopefully there's not too much wind for you guys. Oh man, this is freaking badass. Like, it literally feels like a completely different bike, and just the stability of it with these bars. There is, the only downfall is there is much more leg bend now. I mean, if you look down at my knees there, normally I'm like way up over here like this, normally with the seat way up, but you know what? It's not bad. Especially if I just use this as my normal cruiser bike, just to chill and not get any exercise, you know? I'm definitely loving this though. I'm gonna go on my normal like 15 to 20 mile ride and see how my legs feel after that. And so far the mirror is good. It's a lot more stable than my other one. My other one was very loose and flopping around. I don't know why, I could never fix it. But man, just, I mean, the feel of this and the look. I mean, I love the look, and just it feels so much better. I mean, look at this, one hand, no wobbling at all. I could probably do no-handed. Yeah, look at that. No hands at all. It's going perfectly straight. That right there, no-handed, like using no hands is something I could not literally do with the that stock, that long-ass giraffe stem that was on there before, because the thing just with one hand would shake like crazy. Two of them, forget it. I never even dared to want to try doing that. Apologies about the wind if you hear too much. That's something that can never be avoided. What sucks is I did have to move the controls over here for pedal assist, but whatever, it is what it is. I don't use the pedal assist that, I mean the controls that much, because normally when I ride, I always keep it like in pedal assist 2, and then I use the throttle of my front motor anytime I need some assistance going uphill. Then when I'm going up that a really long freaking steep hill is when I'll kick the pedal assist up to like 3, sometimes 4 or 5, depending on how fast I want to go. But for the most part, I keep it in 2. And then having the dual motor and the 2 batteries, keeping it on pass 2 and just using the front, I extend my range a lot more. Oh, there's a loose dog there looking at me. Look at this house. This is beautiful. Man, this is freaking awesome. It's a completely different bike now. I mean, as a kid growing up in the, you know, riding bikes in the late 80s and early 90s, me and my friends always had BMX bikes, you know. I had a GT Mach 1 in like hot pink, whatever. That thing was dope. And we had all similar handlebars. I always loved those freaking handlebars. What's up, puppy? yeah, no, this is freaking awesome. I'm loving it. This will be the cruiser, like get around the point A to point B bike, since it's got the dual motors and everything and the extra range. And like I was telling you, I have plans to get another bike, but that'll be strictly for exercise. But I did want the motor in there just for, you know, to make it up the hills going home, because I live in a crazy hill. See, this thing feels so much more solid now. I just hope I don't start going crazy and break the frame, because I've been very delicate with this bike. I know that this bike isn't meant for freaking jumping or going off-road or anything crazy, so I've been pretty gentle with it. And like you can see here, I got 1,620 miles. I've got no issues at all with the bike, besides the fact that I'm always having to constantly readjust the brakes, but that is pretty common on these brakes on these bikes are so heavy on non-hydraulic brakes. Awesome, I am happy. Look at the controls. I mean, I feel very much in control with this. Well, I think I'm going to conclude this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and drop a comment. Subscribe if you're not already. And also another thank you to my subscribers, all my new ones, all my older ones. You guys are the best. You're the reason why I keep making videos, you know. That number is going up. Let's see if I can get over 1,000. I'm not one of those guys that's trying to get like 1 million subs. I just, you know, it'd be cool to get a little up there. I wish I had more time to record more, but sometimes life happens. I've been seeing a lot of those little e-bikes lately. I'm not sure what they're called. They've got the tiny wheels, but I see a ton of them on the paths here. But all right, guys, until the next one, I will see you on the next one. Please give it a like, and I will talk to you and see you again. If you're right out there, ride safe. Peace.